In a world where the sun never sets, the ruins of Ethelgard stand as a testament to a forgotten age. For centuries, these stones have remained untouched, cradling secrets that the wind refuses to whisper. We begin our journey at the precipice of the Great Divide, where the first signs of life have been spotted in an eternity. The silence here is not empty. It is a heavy presence that watches every step. The air here is heavy with the scent of ozone and ancient dust, a combination that makes my lungs burn. I have traveled across the scorched plains for months just to reach these gates, and I won't turn back now. There is something calling to me from within the deep shadows of the main archway. My map says this is the entrance to the Archive of Souls. Kaelin moves with the caution of a man who knows that floorboards are not always what they seem. Every footfall echoes through the cavernous hall, stirring the ghosts of 1,000 years. The walls are lined with tapestries that have long since lost their color, hanging like funeral shrouds. He wonders if he is truly the first person to set foot here since the Great Collapse. I can feel the history pressing in on me, almost like a physical weight against my shoulders. If the legends are true, the heart of the mountain should be located directly beneath the central rotunda. I need to find a mechanism to open the floor or reveal the hidden stairs. There must be a lever or a pressure plate hidden among these carvings. As his fingers trace the cold stone, a soft hum begins to vibrate through the floor beneath his boots. Blue light flickers to life within the grooves of the wall, spreading like a luminous vine. The mechanism has recognized a spark of the old bloodline, something Kaelin himself did not know he possessed. The silence is finally broken by the sound of grinding stone and shifting gears. You have finally arrived, child of the distant stars, though you are much later than we anticipated. The seals were meant to be broken when the moon reached its zenith, but time has become a fractured thing. Do not be afraid of the light, for it is only a mirror of the truth you carry within you. Walk forward and do not look back into the darkness. Who are you to speak of my blood and my destiny in this hollowed-out tomb? I came here for answers about my people, not to be lectured by a ghost of the past. If you are the guardian of this place, show me the way to the inner sanctum. I have no time for riddles while the world outside continues to wither and die. Patience is a virtue that the mortal races have always struggled to master in their short lives. I am Elara, the memory of what this city once was before the fires took the sky. If you seek the truth, you must be prepared to witness the fall of your ancestors. The path ahead is paved with the regrets of kings and the silence of the forgotten. With a wave of her hand, the ruins dissolve into a shimmering vision of the city's former glory. Kaelin watches as spectral figures go about their daily lives, unaware of the doom that awaits them. The air fills with the phantom sounds of laughter and music, a haunting contrast to the decay. It is a glimpse into a paradise that was lost to hubris and greed. It is beautiful, almost too beautiful to believe that it was real once. Why would anyone let such a place fall into ruin and become a graveyard for memories? There must have been a way to save them, a choice that was missed, or a warning that went unheeded. Tell me what happened so that I can prevent history from repeating its mistakes. The fall was not caused by an enemy from without, but by the hunger for power from within the council. They sought to harness the core of the planet itself, thinking they could command the very forces of creation. When the core fractured, it released a wave of energy that froze time and space for everyone within the walls. You are seeing the final moments of an empire that thought it was immortal. The vision shifts violently, the golden light turning into a searing crimson as the earth begins to shake. Kaelin feels the phantom heat on his face, a memory of a fire that burned centuries ago. He sees the panic in the eyes of the ghosts as they realize their end has come. The ground beneath them opens up, swallowing the dreams of 1,000 generations in a single breath.
Stop it. I have seen enough of their suffering and their failure. Show me the artifact I came for, the one they called the Star Cradle. If it can restore the balance of the elements, then their sacrifice might not have been in vain. I will carry the weight of their legacy if it means saving those who are still alive today.
The Star Cradle is not a tool to be used by the hands of the ambitious or the desperate. It requires a heart that understands the cost of life and the inevitability of death. Follow me down into the deep trenches where the light has not touched for an eon. There, the final trial awaits you, and your soul will be weighed against the stars. Kaelin follows the spirit down a spiral staircase that seems to descend into the very heart of the world. The walls here are not stone, but raw crystalline structures that pulse with a rhythmic purple light. It is as if the mountain itself is breathing, keeping a slow and steady beat. The temperature drops until Kaelin's breath mists in the air before him.
I can hear a sound like 1,000 whispers coming from the crystals themselves. They are chanting names I do not recognize, titles of heroes who have been dead for longer than my kingdom has existed. This place feels more alive than the city above, though it is buried miles beneath the surface. I must keep moving before the cold numbs my senses completely.
The whispers you hear are the echoes of the souls that were trapped during the Great Collapse. They are the guardians of the Star Cradle, and they do not take kindly to intruders who possess a heartbeat. You must remain calm and keep your intentions pure, or they will consume your mind. We are approaching the chamber of the First King, where the artifact rests. The diamond door swings open without a sound, revealing a vast chamber filled with floating platforms. In the center, a spherical object of pure white light hovers, casting no shadows. This is the Star Cradle, the source of all life and the catalyst for the world's destruction. Kaelin steps onto the first platform, which begins to drift slowly toward the center.
It is so small for something that holds the power of a sun within its shell. I expected a machine of brass and gears, not a living spark of the cosmos. If I reach out and touch it, will I become like the ghosts in the market above? I need to know if I am truly the one destined to hold this power.
To touch the light is to sacrifice the man you used to be and become a vessel for the future. You will no longer belong to the earth or the sky, but to the void between the stars. The choice is yours, Kaelin of the Silver Line, but remember that once taken, the path cannot be retraced. Are you willing to give up your mortality to save a world that may never thank you? Before Kaelin can answer, a shadow begins to emerge from the dark water beneath the platforms. A massive guardian made of obsidian and molten glass rises, its eyes burning with a hateful orange fire. It is the manifested greed of the old council, a beast born from the very crime that destroyed the city. It roars, a sound that shatters the nearby crystals and shakes the very foundations of the mountain.
I should have known that such a prize wouldn't be left unguarded by something more tangible than ghosts. This monster is the embodiment of everything that went wrong with the people of Ethelgard. I will not let it take the Star Cradle or my life today. I have a sword forged in the dragon's breath, and I know how to use it.
The battle begins as the obsidian guardian slams its massive fist into the platform, sending Kaelin stumbling. He leaps to the next stone, his sword trailing sparks as it scrapes against the creature's rocky hide. Each blow from the monster creates a shockwave that ripples through the water, making the air vibrate with tension. Kaelin is outmatched in size, but his agility is his greatest weapon in this narrow space. You cannot defeat the darkness with mere steel, Kaelin, for it is fed by the very anger you feel now. To stop the Guardian, You must find the harmony within the chaos and strike at the core of its being. Look for the pulse of light within its chest, for that is the stolen spark it uses to stay alive. You must reclaim the light to end the shadow.
I see it now, the spark that doesn't belong to this creature of stone and hate. I need to get closer, but the platforms are breaking apart beneath me. If I fall into that dark water, I doubt I'll ever see the sky again. Cover me with your light, Elara, and I will make the final leap.
Elara bursts into a blinding flash of blue energy, distracting the beast for a crucial second. Kalen takes the opportunity to sprint across the final platform and leap directly onto the monster's shoulder. He climbs the jagged obsidian, his hands bleeding from the sharp edges of the creature's skin. With a cry of defiance, he plunges his sword into the glowing core at the center of the giant's chest.
Go back to the depths where you belong, and let the light return to its rightful place. This power was never yours to hold, and it will not be your shield any longer. I claim this legacy for the living, not for the dead who refuse to rest. Break apart and set the world free from your shadow.
The obsidian guardian disintegrates, its body crumbling into harmless dust that settles on the surface of the water. As the monster falls, the star cradle begins to glow even brighter, responding to Kalen's act of courage. The entire cavern is filled with a warmth that Kalen has never felt before, a feeling of hope and renewal. He stands alone on the remaining platform, catching his breath as the dust clears. You have done what no other could do, for you fought not for yourself, but for the future. The star cradle is now yours to carry, but be warned that its power will draw many enemies to your side. You must find the 3 altars of the sun to activate the cradle's true potential. Go now, for the mountain is beginning to wake, and the path to the surface is closing. I will find these altars, no matter where they are hidden on this broken continent. I have the map in my heart now, and I can feel the cradle guiding my every step. Thank you, Elara, for showing me the truth, even when I was too blind to see it. I will not let the sacrifice of Aethelgard be forgotten by the winds of time. Kalen begins the long climb back to the surface, the glowing orb in his hand lighting the way. The mountain groans around him, the ancient stones settling into a new configuration now that the core is gone. He moves faster than before, driven by an urgency he has never known in his life. Outside, the world is waiting for the dawn that he is now destined to bring.
The air is changing, becoming fresher as I get closer to the exit of the ruins. I can smell the rain and the earth again, a sign that the perpetual drought might finally be over. I wonder what my people will say when they see the light I carry back to them. Will they be afraid, or will they see it for the miracle it truly is?
He emerges from the main gates of Aethelgard just as the first sliver of the sun begins to rise. This is not the static, unchanging light he has known his entire life, but a true morning. The shadows are long and soft, and the sky is painted in hues of pink and orange that he has only seen in books. He stands on the edge of the ruins, looking out over the valley below.
It's beautiful. It's more than I ever could have imagined during the long nights in the desert. The cradle is pulsing in my hand, as if it's happy to be under the open sky again. My journey is far from over, but for the first time, I feel like I'm moving towards something instead of away. I will find the altars, and I will heal this land.
But as he looks toward the horizon, he sees a dark cloud approaching that is not made of rain. An army of ironclad soldiers is marching toward the ruins, their banners bearing the mark of the Obsidian King. They have sensed the awakening of the Star Cradle and have come to claim it for their master. Kalen realizes that his battle has only just shifted from the ghosts of the past to the threats of the present.
They are here already, moved by the same greed that destroyed the city behind me. I cannot let them take the cradle, for they would only use it to forge new chains for the world. I must find a way to evade them and reach the first altar before they can surround the mountain. I hope the spirit of Ilara is still watching over me.
I am always with you, for I am the memory of the light you now carry in your hands. Do not fear the army of iron, for their strength is brittle and built on a foundation of lies. Take the hidden path through the whispering woods, where the trees will hide your passage. I will lead the way, but you must move with the speed of the wind. Kalen plunges into the thick canopy of the whispering woods, the ancient trees closing in behind him like a curtain. The forest is alive with the sounds of creatures that haven't been seen in a generation, stirred by the cradle's presence. He moves through the undergrowth with practiced ease, his leather armor brushing against the ferns. Behind him, the sound of the marching army begins to fade into the distance.
The woods are protective, as if they know I am carrying their last hope for survival. Every step feels lighter, and the fatigue of the battle in the cavern is starting to wash away. I can feel the first altar calling to me from the northern peaks, a distant song in the back of my mind. I will not stop until the world is whole again, and the shadows are driven back for good.
The journey through Ethelgard has only just begun, and the echoes of the past are louder than ever. Kalen holds the relic close, knowing that its power is both a gift and a curse that will change his world forever. As the horizon finally begins to flicker with the first real dawn in 1,000 years, he prepares for the trials to come. The silent odyssey has become a symphony of hope, played out on the stage of a new era.